Hey everyone, this is Soul Conscious, and this is all signs reading, what you need to know right now, and then we're just gonna pull some cards and see what the universe wants to talk to you, to each and every sign about for this upcoming week. So we're just gonna just pull some cards and see what comes up for each and every sign. I want to thank anyone and everyone that decided to join us and watch this video and take part. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that takes the time to click on these videos, even if you watch just for a couple minutes. I appreciate each and every one of you because it just helps my channel grow, and I love you so much for that. So thank you so, so much. So we're going to go ahead and dive right in and start with Aries and see what wants to come through, what each sign needs to know right now for this upcoming week. It can be any topic whatsoever. And I think I have my cards upside down here. So for Aries, okay, so for Aries, it looks like some time has passed for you. It looks like I have somebody that is trying to chase you down, that's trying to bring judgment to heartache that was caused in a situation, and because a lot of time has passed and somebody feels like they need to make this right. They're moving towards you. You know, I see this as somebody, you know, trying to move towards you to bring a little bit of an apology to you. And but I also see, you know, I see this as they feel like it was a missed opportunity. It definitely, you know, was a significant connection. We have the Two of Cups there. They're seeing you as somebody, you know, important to them, and they want to hit that reset button and start over with you because they feel like you're getting away, and they feel like you have some options, and that is kind of worrying them a little bit, Aries. So I really feel like somebody is really, you know, really looking at and contemplating, not only is this time passing, but that guy's really thinking about things. He's looking at, you know, he's looking at what has gone on and realizing they better take action. They better move toward this, maybe bring in a little bit of an apology and try and resurrect this because they feel like it's a missed opportunity with you. They're sitting in that energy and they're wanting to have this new start, but they feel and they're scared that you have choices, Aries, and that it's making them a little bit worried for sure. So that's what I have. We're going to go ahead and pull some advice. I really think, actually, I want to, I think what this needs is an outcome versus advice, because is this person actually going to move towards you? Are they going to show up? Is a good, you know, that's what we need to find out. Are they going to be showing up? You know, is this person going to show up? Well, I got the Page of Cups again. You know, so it's reiterating, they're really contemplating, thinking about an apology, bringing an apology. I'm really picking up it might be a small apology that might make you, you know, maybe I really feel like you're probably undecided on how you're going to react to it, because I get that with the Seven of Wands that you could take it anyway, you know, like it may not be, the apology that they have may not be good enough. Let me put it that way. And so, yeah, they're hoping that they can change things. So they definitely want some movement. They're definitely moving towards you. They want to bring an apology. They want this to end with the world. They want a new cycle to begin. And, you know, they have the Chariot here. They're wanting to take swift action towards you. So I really feel that was the message for you, Aries. That was nice and quick and easy. So let's go ahead and move on to Taurus. and see what messages want to come up for Taurus this week, what the universe has for you, what you need to know. Let's see what the universe wants to talk to you about, Taurus, what message they have. What story do they want to tell and talk to you about? I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, if you're joining me here and just watching Taurus. So I'll say hello to you, if you're only watching this portion. Welcome and thank you for joining us. What I do is I pull some cards to get the story the universe wants to tell, whatever messages comes through that it wants to talk to me about, that I relay on to you based on what I pick up on the cards, the energy I pick up on the cards. So it looks like you got a few cards coming up, or the same with Aries. So, but a little bit different. So it's definitely not the same message, Taurus. So Taurus, what I feel for you is, I really feel that this is more about you. This is where you're at right now, that, I feel that you, Taurus, are standing, you're this Nine of Wands. I really feel like you're kind of, what I'm really picking up with this, when I look at this card, is that person is tentatively, very cautiously looking out from behind that fence of wands. She's looking very cautiously out, because she wants to be happy. She wants this wish fulfillment with this Nine of Cups and this Four of Wands. So Tauruses are really right now, they're wanting to find, they want to have a stable foundation that is going to bring them happiness. And especially with the sun coming out here and the Ten of Cups, I think that Tauruses are really looking for, wanting to step out and start something new, start something new that's going to be stable, that's going to be, bring more stability, not anything that's going to put them in this Five of Swords energy. I think Tauruses are done with this Five of Swords energy, not wanting to be in that, looking at their options and the choices around them, because they're ready to move out. I'm even picking this up, it kind of ping-ponging off of that Nine of Wands energy or what I was talking about on the Nine of Wands, of her cautiously looking out. This person is looking out over that water, but she hasn't gotten into that water yet. Just like this person is still kind of sitting behind their fence, and they haven't taken the step out from behind their fence yet. So Tauruses are being a little bit cautious this week. They're looking at their options on which direction they want to go, where they want to have a new start, looking for what's going to bring their happiness with that sun and that Nine of Cups. What is going to bring them that happiness, and then also what is going to be something that's balanced and stable in their life. They're looking for balance and stability, something that feels safe and secure. That's what I'm really picking up on, is that's what you're looking for, Taurus. You're looking out at your choices and go, what direction can I move that's going to bring me something stable, secure, balanced, that equal give and take. What I expend my energy toward, am I going to get that back in return? Is it going to be reciprocated? If I make the effort, are they going to make the effort back? That's what you're really looking for. And I see, you're wanting to move toward that, but you're still a little bit cautious, a little bit guarded. So I really feel like this probably needs advice. So I'm going to go ahead and pull three cards of advice for you, Taurus. So you pulled your card, the Hierophant. That's actually not too surprising, but I think is interesting for sure. So you pulled your own card as your advice. I'm really picking that up, Taurus, as you do have the wisdom to find, something that is going to, to find what you're looking for. That's that stability, that's steeped in the values and traditions that you're looking for, you know, something that's going to be grounded. You have that wisdom and knowledge to go after and find what you're looking for. And to not be afraid to take a choice, you know. There's some very, 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 very stable energy here. You know, it's using your wisdom to make the right choice that's going to lead to that stability that you're looking for, that stability and security that you're looking for in whatever situation this pertains to you in life. Because I don't necessarily think that this is a relationship. I think this is very generic as applies to anything in your life. It can apply to a job, moving to a new place, you know, anything where you're looking at maybe starting something new in your life, Taurus, but you're having a little bit of caution because you want to make sure it's the right thing. And the advice from the universe is, yeah, just use your wisdom to make the right choice, and you know, and you're going to find that stability. You're going to, you know, you can get to be that king of pentacles that you want to be, with that stability, security, and stability that you're looking for, Taurus. So that's what I have for you. That was quick and easy. These are coming through pretty nicely this week, which is nice. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to Gemini and see what messages the universe has for Gemini this week. What do you need to know? Hello, Gemini. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me wherever you are in the world. Thank you. I appreciate everyone takes time to watch these videos. Thank you so much. I hope you'll like this video and hit that thumbs up button for me. So we're going ahead and pulling some cards to get whatever the universe wants to talk to you about your sign, about Gemini this week. And see what it has for you. And whatever comes through, it's going to be whatever comes through. I'm going to tell the story, and then we're going to pull 3 cards at the end to see if there's, depending on what story comes through, it could be an outcome and a you know, advice. We're just riffing it here. We're just riffing it and seeing what comes up. So Gemini, what I have for you is it looks like, so this is definitely around love. I'm definitely picking that up. And what I'm trying to decide now is I'm really feeling that this is you, Gemini, not someone around you. I'm picking up that you have a desire to start something with someone. And I'm going to say I really am picking up on this is someone that is either in your life now, currently, or someone that you've had a past with, that this is somebody that you know. I'm not picking up on new energy, and the reason I'm picking that up is because of this 5 of Pentacles, of you feeling, you know, this kind of abandonment feeling, you know, that somebody kind of left you out in the cold a little bit. But I feel like, you know, you have taken the time, Gemini, to really evaluate this situation. You've taken some time to evaluate the situation, and you were slowly moving. At first, you were slowly moving, I feel, away from this situation. But now when you went into this Hermit energy, and when you started really looking at and examining and kind of start going within and looking at the situation from a different point of view. And I'm not going to say, I don't have the Hangman here, so I'm not saying a different perspective, but you really went within and really maybe healed some stuff within yourself, Gemini, and it made you, you know, like, look at things a little bit differently, see things a little bit differently. And I feel like it changed, because I feel and sense the change in the spread of wanting to, you know, go from thought about having an apology to walking away to gaining going in and in that Hermit energy, pulling back, going within, really looking at things, and then deciding to want to work on this and moving fast toward it and wanting to work on this and, you know, bring that, you know, that Ace of Cups. But, you know, also you have both the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups here. So it's definitely you're wanting to work on something with someone. But there is a little bit of a fear that that person isn't going to reciprocate. And I see that with the Four of Pentacles, with the Six of Pentacles here. I see that, you know, there's a fear. I'm really picking up a fear around these two cards of someone that you're afraid that somebody is not going to reciprocate in the way, like, that not going to make the effort as much as you're wanting them to. There's kind of like a little bit of an expectation on your part, Gemini, that someone, if you approach this person, that and try and start something new again, you may not get back what you put into it. Or there's this, like I said, I'm feeling this little bit of expectation, Gemini, on your part, that you're expecting it to go a certain way. If you approach this person and move toward this person, there's like a little bit of an expectation there. And I really am being drawn to say, hey, you know, be cautious when it comes to expecting things, because when we have expectations of other people, we tend to be the ones that end up getting hurt and let down, because we're expecting them now. We're trying to control the situation. We're expecting them to act in a certain way, other than just allowing them to be whoever they are and act who they are, and then we act accordingly, you know, and being in the moment versus hoping they're going to show up in a certain way or give you something, you know, that they may not. You know, like I said, if you expect or hope or wish or expect them to show up in a certain way and they don't, you're going to be the one that's hurt and let down. So just be very cautious when it comes to expectations. I'm really picking that up, especially with that Emperor card, because an Emperor card can, you know, an Emperor can be someone that's wanting to have a little bit of control over a situation. And I really picked that up without even looking at the card, but that card's sitting right there on the back side of that, like I said, that expectation, that kind of fear that somebody is not going to show up in the way that you're wanting to, not going to reciprocate in the way you want to, which is kind of that little bit of expectation. So just be very cautious on that. So I really feel like this needs some advice. So we're going to go ahead and get 3 cards of advice from the universe on this situation. I really think that the advice was to be cautious of the expectations, but we'll go ahead and see what the universe wants to add to this. If there's anything they want to add to this. What do you want to tell Gemini about the situation? What's your advice for them? What's your advice, universe? Okay. Really getting that cautious of that devil energy, you know, and I'm being drawn back to that Emperor, which is that control, the need to control a situation, Gemini. That's the caution. The advice is to be cautious of that need to control the other person, because, well, it gave me two cards. Okay, so this is a significant connection for you, Gemini. We got in the advice that came up, we have the 2 of Cups. We have the Page of Swords and the Empress and the Devil. So what I really am picking up with this advice is that, you know, this was something that was meant to happen. You know, I really am picking up this is a significant connection for you. That soulmate energy. This was somebody that was supposed to come into your life to teach you those lessons, to share something with you, help you learn something, see something a different way, heal some wounds, that kind of energy, which is, you know, picked up with that Hermit card. You know, you had to go within and look at yourself and look at some things about yourself and how you were acting. And I really see, you know, to be cautious. I'm picking up, be cautious on how you're saying things, doing things, that expectations, control. Really pick that up with that devil card, is be very cautious about anything that is going to be toxic in control, being controlative, or trying to control a situation, trying to not letting things unravel or go the way they're supposed to go. You know, Empress energy can talk about, you know, that being nurturing, being loving, nurturing. So I'm really picking up on the universe is trying to tell you, Gemini, is to be cautious of anything, you know, that controlling energy that you might be feeling, of having those expectations, setting expectations, trying to control the outcome. And come from a more loving, nurturing place, and allowing things to unfold naturally, in being nurturing and letting things unfold naturally, and learning, you know, learning and being cautious with, you know, how we say things, you know. And you know, that Page of Swords is spying, but it also can be a little bit of learning, because I'm really picking up on, you know, interesting enough, I'm actually picking up on, looking at that kid's face. He looks like, you know, like it's almost like it's my way. It's a stubborn energy. It's my way or the highway. He's got a very determined, stubborn look on his face. So really watch what you say and how you say it. Because swords kind of talk about communication and how we say things. And this being a page, maybe you're not saying things in the best way, and you're saying it from a very stubborn, determined point of view, and not being open and receptive, not being, you know, this Empress, and being very open and creative and receptive to this connection, because we're being a little bit controlative. You know, and when you control, it's almost a little bit of a manipulative energy. So I feel like that was the advice, is really be cautious of being in that, you know, having expectations, being trying to control the outcome or the narrative, or how the situation's going to unfold. That was a little bit long on the advice, but that's okay. That's what I wanted to come through. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you very much if you took the time to watch this. We're going to go ahead and move on to Cancer and see what the universe has for Cancer. So hello, all my Cancer people that decided to join us today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you that took the time to join us today. So we're going to see what the universe wants to talk to you about this week, Cancer. See what you need to know. And it can be anything and everything. We just let it unfold and unravel however it wants to come through. So it looks like some pain, dealing with some pain, Cancer. Boy, it looks like you've had a little bit of a rough go of it. A little bit, Cancer. So okay, it looks like you decided to do some healing. You've had some pain, some heartbreak, a little bit of pain, heartbreak, and there's definitely been some conflict, a little bit of in and out, and you just wanted, you know, you're just wanting things to change. You're wanting things to change in your favor, Cancer. I really feel like for this week, you're sitting in this energy of wanting to walk away and work on something else. You have got your back turned to this situation. You're tired of dealing with it, thinking about it. You're tired of the in and out. You're tired of the pain. You're tired of the conflict. So you decided you're just going to kind of turn your back, walk away, work on something else, kind of distract yourself. I'm really picking up on with that Eight of Pentacles, that, you know, kind of trying to distract yourself from the situation, and taking some time to heal, you know, trying to do a little bit of self-care, take care of yourself, and heal a little bit from from what has gone on. I see you focused more on yourself right now. You know, that's what I feel like coming up this week. You're really focused on yourself because, you know, we have the star here, which the star, of course, follows the tower. So you've probably had a tower moment that has happened for you in your life that has shooken things up. Definitely feeling that with, you know, maybe someone has approached you and it shook some feelings up in you, caused you to need to take some time to yourself. And like I said, I really feel like you're distracting yourself and trying to heal from this situation. I really feel like, instead of advice, I really feel like maybe an outcome, because like an outcome to the situation, to this healing, to the whatever's causing you to heal. Okay, so definitely outcome. It looks like you're going to have a little bit of being up in your head, some anxiety about this. You're going to have a little bit of a difficult time moving past this and distracting yourself is what I'm really feeling the universe is trying to say to you, Cancer, that this is not going to be an easy road. It's not going to be a quick thing, quick fix. We get a couple more cards for an outcome, please. So for the outcome, we have the Nine of Swords and the Page of Pentacles with the Four of Pentacles. So really feeling like there's a lot of anxiety around moving toward something that is going to be stable. You know, that you're really needing to hold back. You're really holding back right now. Really big time, and this is because you need to focus on yourself. I'm really saying the universe is saying, you know, to me, with this outcome, that it's going to cause you to really just take some time and kind of evaluate what you want to move toward, where you want to kind of move toward. The Page of Pentacles can be the card of the apprentice, you know, of someone wanting to learn something new. And I really feel like, you know, like you're distracting yourself, Cancer. You're wanting to heal from this. And through that healing, you're looking and working and distracting yourself. You know, you're learning a new way to take care of yourself, to focus on yourself. This is bringing you a little bit of anxiety because you're trying to sort through things. That's expected. It's going to happen. But understand, you know, you're going to get there. You're going to get there, Cancer. It's just not going to be right away. It's not going to be in this week, of course. So, you know, just take the time, evaluate what you need to. Take that time to figure out what you want to work on, you know, what you want to learn, what you want to work on for yourself. I really feel like this week is going to be all about you, Cancer, and focusing on yourself. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you if you joined us. Thank you for watching it. If you like that, go ahead. If you like that message, go ahead and hit that like button down below so you share your energy with me. Thank you very much. We're going to go ahead and move on to Leo. Hello, my Leo people. Anyone that's out there that decided to join us today, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate each and every person that decides to take the time to watch this and see what I have to say. So we're going to go ahead and see what the universe has for you this coming week, Leo. What do you need to know? It's just whatever comes up, whatever story the universe wants to talk about pertaining to your sign this week. And feel free to watch whatever other signs you want to watch. That's fine. You know, we all have lots of signs in our chart, or signs of other people we're interested in, see what's going on with them as well. So the story that I see here, what I see coming up for you, Leo, is that you're trying to use your intuition on where to go. You're moving on, definitely moving on, moving away from something. There's so many cards of moving away. You've got the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters. You got the Ten of Swords, this person's walking away. this Knight of Swords back to us, you know, moving away, seeing all these cards of moving away, you know, right up in that primary first row. And then having, you know, looking at your options and what you want to move toward, and you're using your intuition to do that for sure, Leo. Using your intuition to determine what you want to move toward, who you want to communicate with, you know, what is worth investing in, what's worth taking the time to put the effort in, because you're tired of this. You're tired of the anxiety. You're tired of not knowing where you stand with people. You're tired of people not showing up for you in the way that you wanted them to show up. And so you're taking the time to figure out where you want to go. You know what? I feel this is bringing judgment to yourself. You know, you're trying to decide, you know, like what you want to invest in. You know, I really feel like for this week, Leos are just going to be, you know, examining their options, just standing back and seeing what's out there, you know, seeing what's out there and what's available. And if it's not something that, if it's anything that's going to bring this kind of energy to them, or even this Five of Cups energy, you know, if the people aren't going to come right, and then Leos aren't going to have anything to do with them. They're just going to move on. I really get that, you know, Leos are in this energy of, you know, they're done messing around, you know. You come right or don't come at all. Come right or don't come at all. That's what I'm really, really feeling for Leos this week. So we're going to go ahead and get 3 cards of advice for Leo. See what advice I'm really getting, you know, look at, you know, I'm getting the options choices. And funny enough, I'll get to it in just a second as I pull these other cards. But I'm interesting cards for what's coming up in advice. Very interesting, very interesting. And then you're gonna see why. So for the advice, I have the Seven of Cups, the Justice, and the Page of Wands. So what I'm gonna say is, you know, I'm sorry, I have something in my eye. This with the Seven of Cups, it's, you know, you've got all these different cups. Well, what I want to say is I was really drawn to this, the cup that has this head in it. And the first thought that I had was, this is representing Leo and Leo's cup. This is your cup of love, Leo. This is your, you know, you're looking at, this is all the things you have to give to somebody. This was what I'm really picking up off of this advice, is the universe is saying, Leo, this is everything you have to give to somebody. This is your worth, your value. You have all this different stuff in your cups that you're ready to give to somebody. And, you know, and you're wanting that equal partnership, you know, that you're going to find the justice that you're looking for, because Leo, you have so much to give. You have so much to bring to the table, so much to give, and you know your worth. I really am picking up on Leos right now that know their worth, that the universe is trying to tell you, Leo, you know your worth, you know your value, you know what you have to offer someone. You know that you're looking for this equal, balanced relationship, this someone that's going to come right, that's going to act right, come right, do right. And then, you know, you're willing to move toward it. You know, you're willing to move towards something or someone that is going to act right. And I see this as a Page of Wands versus the King of Wands energy, because it's a trial and error. You're not going to give that full cup unless you know that that person is somebody worth investing in. And so you're going to come small and slow, you know, with that fiery energy that you have, Leo, that, you know, that King of Wands is downgraded to this page, because you're going to test the waters, dip your toe in, see if the person is going to come right. It's going to give you everything that you're wanting and looking for. And if they're not, you're ready to pull back and you know, say, okay, this isn't right. You're wanting that, you're looking for and wanting what's right, and you're willing to take the action that you need to find that that whatever that find that person out there that's right for you. With that page of wands, you're ready to move towards someone, but you're going to really, you know, you're only coming as that page because you want to dip your toe in and kind of see, test, and not test in a bad way, but just, you're not wanting to give your full cup and invest fully until you know that that person is going to reciprocate or going to be worth the effort of investing your time into. So that's what I have for my Leos, which is a pretty good message. Honestly, it looks like Leos are sending in some pretty good energy. They know their value, they know their worth, and they know what they want, and they're you know, they're wanting to go after it. Well, you know, funny enough, this was upside down in the deck over there, the Queen of Wands that wanted to come out for Leo. So I'm going to push that right now before we move on to Virgo. This is you. This is Leo. You know, that Queen of Wands, you're that fiery, passionate energy, you know, somebody that just wants to just have a good time, you know, go out, have a good time, and be that passionate, bring that passionate, loving, energetic energy to things, you know, that you tend to do, Leo. That sun, bring that sun to everyone, to the people around you's life. You're ready to be that sun again, be that fiery energy, bring that fiery energy to the table. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to Virgo. Hello, Virgos. Hello, all the Virgos that decided to join us. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you for taking the time to join us today. So we're just seeing what the universe wants to talk about, see what comes up. I'm going to go pull the cards, and once I do, just see what messages come through to me that I can pass on to you. Anything that you might need to know for this upcoming week. It can be anything at all. It's whatever I pick up on. I really freestyle this. It's just whatever comes through, messages come through, because it's more just me using my intuition and picking up on the energy that comes through based on the cards that come up. So for Virgos, it looks like I see that you are maybe contemplating reconnecting with you were thinking about trying to start over with someone, but I think you thought best of it, Virgo. I really am sensing that something you thought was important to you, there's been a lot of battles, a lot of differences in opinion. You felt like every time you tried to move toward this person, there tended to be a little bit of conflict. Like it was like there was good and bad. Like there was definitely the good and the bad. So it was like when it was good, it was good, you know. But you know, then you would get into this conflict, and fight and arguments, and mostly about like how you were treating each other. It was about how you were treating each other. And then when you would have these breakups or these fights, you guys would spy on each other, you know, like wonder what the other person's up to. I'm picking up a little bit of jealousy, of wondering what the, like insecurity, jealousy, wondering what the other person is up to, spying on each other, kind of energy. You both think about each other quite a bit. And it's like, I feel like with this, interesting enough, with the Six of Swords, usually this is moving on to calmer waters, but that's not what I'm picking up on this card for you, Virgo. What I'm picking up on is don't rock the boat. And I even got the song, Don't Rock the Boat, coming up in my mind, because that you know, it is rocky waters and it is moving on, you know, usually, like I said, Six of Swords, it's moving on from choppy waters to calmer waters. But what I really am seeing is that rock the boat, and the song, you know, Don't Rock the Boat Baby, is coming up in my mind. So I really feel like that is the important message, is like you're sitting in this energy, Virgo, for this week of like, don't rock the boat, you know, just let's try and keep things calm. Let's not get in this conflict, you know, because you do care about this person. You do care about this person. You know, they mean a lot about, it could be somebody that you've built a family with. Maybe you have a family with this person, Virgo, you know, that you have kids with them, you know, you have family with them, or they are your family. This isn't going to be for every Virgo, or, you know, but it's somebody that you care about. You know, it's somebody you care about. And if you do have children with this person, it's that energy of let's not, you know, don't rock the boat. Let's get along. Let's, you know, have some peace. Let's move on to calmer waters. Let's not rock the boat. And I feel like with this Eight of Cups, it's trying to turn your back and walk away from things that are going to cause that conflict, you know, that it's going to cause that conflict, you know, because you're seeing, you know, you're starting to understand, Virgo, of where you both stand and what's causing the conflict and the confrontations between you. And I feel like, Virgo, really getting the message for you is that don't rock the boat. You don't want to rock the boat. You know, that you would rather turn your back and walk away than rock the boat, than be in another argument, another fight. You just don't, you just would rather just almost pull yourself in, you know. A lot of times, well, in tarot, the Hermit, Virgo is usually represented by the Hermit, and I'm almost picking up that with the Eight of Cups of wanting to, like I said, not rock the boat, walk away from anything that's going to be that's conflict, avoiding conflict. And even with that, wanting to run for the hills at the first sign of conflict. That's what I'm really picking up. You know, if you see that conflict coming, you're off. You're out of there. You're out of there, Virgo, because you don't want to rock the boat. So I'm going to go ahead and get advice. I think that probably needs some advice. What's the advice in this situation where Virgos don't want to rock the boat? What advice do you have for them, please, universe? What advice do you have for Virgos, these Virgos that don't want to rock the boat in their situation with this person, whoever this is for you? So I have the Seven of Swords. So it is that kind of sneaking away, you know. Seven of Swords can be deceptive, but and I think in some ways you are being deceived. I think I think what this is tying to, honestly, is the Seven of Swords is tying back to that Page of Swords, of that spying energy, of saying be cautious when you're spying, because you might not. There might be some deception, or you might be deceiving yourself, or you might be perceiving something that isn't true. You might be making stories up that aren't true because you're spying and you're not understanding the whole situation. So I think that's really, you know, because I'm really feeling that's tying back with that. And then we have the Four of Pentacles with that. So it's, you know, being followed by the Knight of Wands. So I'm really picking up on with this advice is like I said, be cautious of when you're spying, of, you know, that you don't end up deceiving yourself, you know, that you don't end up deceiving yourself and end up holding back or walking away or doing something rash, because you have decided, you know, because you've been spying and you've perceived something that you don't have the full story. You've made up something in your mind about something because you just judged it based on your spying, and not actually talking to the person, by avoiding and not wanting to rock the boat and not talking and speaking to the person. there may be some misunderstandings. So, and you know, that are causing these conflicts because there's misunderstandings because there's been a lack of communication. Because there's the only card really of communication I'm really picking up on is the spying energy. And so, you know, like, because these Virgos are really not wanting to rock the boat, not wanting to speak up. They would rather withdraw, that Four of Pentacles, withdraw, hold back, walk away, than rock the boat, then confront the situation, talk about it, work it out. They get too ignited, too worked up, and have a tendency to just, avoid the conflict rather than deal with the conflict, is what I think is the advice. Is just be cautious that you're not trying to avoid conflict and misunderstanding a situation, or misunderstanding the actions or intentions of the other person because you've judged them based on something you've seen spying on them and misunderstood the situation because you haven't talked it out with them and resolved it. So that's what I think I have for Virgos. That was a pretty, I think some pretty good advice. Definitely. I think that came through rather very well. So thank you again, Virgos, for watching me and joining us. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and move on to Libra and see what Libras need to know this week. What do you need to know? Just seeing what the universe wants to talk about, what it wants to come up with. So thank you very much for joining me today, Libras. I appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch this and join me. If you like this, please think about hitting that like button because it helps me pick up on your energy for future reads. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Okay, so let's see what story, what am I picking up on that the universe wants to convey. So it looks like I see a lot of cards of wanting to work with somebody, wanting to work together, but there's a lot of deception around it. I think that, and I'm really going to say, Libra, that I really pick up this is your energy. This is you, that you're being a little, I almost want to say self-deceiving, Libra, that you're deceiving yourself about wanting to truly work together with this person. I see you wanting to work together, but I see you being deceptive about working with this person, because I'm going to show you have the moon with the Three of Cups with the Seven of Swords. So you have some things that you're hiding, Libra, when it comes to this, getting together with this person. There's some things that you're hiding, that you might be, I want to say, maybe not wanting to share everything, not wanting to be completely open and honest and upfront with this person, or whoever this situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person, not necessarily picking up on it's a person. It's wanting to work together on something. This could be a new job. It could be, a new project, anything in your life, or it could be coming together with a person. But whatever this is for you, Libra, there is a little bit of deception that, I'm not going to lie. And so I really feel like you need to be cautious around this, that it may cause some delays because of you not being completely open and honest. It might cause some delays in the situation. Because I have this Ten of Swords, it's going to cause, with the Temperance and the Ten of Swords, I really feel like it's going to cause some delays that is going to cause you a little bit of distress, Libra. So just be cautious of being a little bit too I'm going to say kind of smug, confident, because I see this confidence as being, you know, that you feel like you can kind of do whatever you want, and you have a lot of confidence, but I almost feel like the Libras I'm talking to, or who this is picking up on, is you're not being completely open, upfront, and honest when it comes to this situation. And it doesn't mean that, you know, you're hiding anything bad, but just be aware that I feel like whoever you're dealing with, whether this be a job or a project or whatever, a person, that I really am picking up on, that they're going to they're going to kind of pick up on the fact that you may not be telling the whole truth, that there might be some things you're keeping from them. So and they may be feeling, you know, like this may cause some delays. It may cause a little bit of stress on both of your parts. But I'm going to see an outcome. I feel like this really needs an outcome to the situation, because I feel like, you know, you're wanting to make this work because it's something that's important to you, Libra. But I am picking up on the fact that, you know, that this coming in this way of not being, you know, somebody's going to pick up on that you're not being completely, totally honest with them, and then it's going to cause some issues, you know. But I do see it, this is something that's important to you. So we're going to go ahead and get an outcome, because I don't see a lot of cards of outcome on the table. So justice, so it's going to be, somebody's going to want justice, so they're going to want those answers, Libra. They're going to want to know that truth. They're going to want to, you know, that's what I'm really picking up on, is you're going to need to be honest in this situation. You know, you're going to have to defend what you're saying. The universe is wanting to make you aware, you know, the outcome is, if you come in this way of not being completely open and honest in this situation, your outcome is going to be that you're going to be defending yourself for this justice. To get the justice that you're seeking, you're going to be defending yourself. You're going to have to defend what you say. So just be fully aware of that, you know, that you're going to be expected to defend yourself if you want this to turn into this Ten of Pentacles, you know. So be cautious on what you bring to the table in the situation and how you approach it, because you are going to have to defend what you say. And, you know, because they aren't going to, they're going to pick up on you not being completely open and honest if you come in that energy, and you're going to end up having to defend yourself. So be cautious of that. So that's what I have for Libra. So thank you very much for joining me. We're going to go ahead. I appreciate you for taking the time to watch that. I think it was a very important message, for sure. For sure. So let's see. Who's after Libra? I believe Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Scorpio. I appreciate anyone that takes the time to join us today. Thank you for joining us to see what you need to know for this upcoming week. See what the universe has for you today, Scorpio. What do they want to talk to you about this coming week? Okay, it looks like I'm seeing some good energies for you, Scorpio. It's definitely some good energies. Of course, you can't have the good without a little bit of bad. Got to have that balance. So, okay, so our baseline was pretty good cards, but then we got some little bit of a mix-up. Let's see what we've got here. So it looks like, Scorpios, you are definitely you were moving towards something new. You are you have a lot of love that you want to give to a situation, and you are feeling like you're in that Fool, and you're being this Page of Pentacles Fool about wanting to start something. You're wanting to jump off the deep end, move towards something new, take a risk, and you're willing to do what it takes. You know, that Page of Pentacles is that Apprentice card, willing to do what it takes toward making something work in love. Definitely, wanting to avoid conflict, using your intuition to avoid conflict and anything that's going to make you feel a little bit off because you're wanting this sun. But now I do see, you know, like I said, there with that good, there's also a little bit of bad. So you do have the tendency, Scorpio, of being up in your head at times, of overthinking things. When you get up in your head, Scorpio, you tend to self-sabotage a little bit. You know, it holds you back and keeps you from, you know, being in this Empress energy. You start doubting yourself. You know, you're this Empress, Scorpio. You're this Empress energy. You have it all. You have it all together. But sometimes you start doubting yourself. You know, a little bit. I'm getting, you know, sometimes you get up in your head and you start doubting yourself, whether you can do whatever it is you want to bring your happiness. And I'm going to tell you, you do have it. You know, you are this Empress, so don't doubt it. You are this Empress, Scorpio. You can do whatever you want to do, you know, and you have the ability to get the justice that you want, you know, to get the justice that you want in whatever situation this is for you. And so just be aware, I think, you know, that be cautious of holding back, you know, of holding yourself back or closing yourself off to people. I'm really feeling almost that's advice, but we'll go ahead and pull some advice to Scorpio. So what advice do you have for Scorpios on this? You know, that these Scorpios that are ready to take charge of their life, ready to start something new, ready to go take on the world. I'm really feeling that, Scorpio, for you. But, you know, you do have this tendency to, like I said, get on your own way at times, self-sabotage a little bit. So, and it's saying be cautious about when you self-sabotage, you tend to start holding back and withdrawing. You know, you start getting, you know, maybe a little defensive, a little cut off where you'll almost like ghost somebody. I almost feel that, Scorpio, that you have a tendency of almost ghosting somebody when you start doubting yourself, when you start getting a little bit insecure. But otherwise, you're really good. You're sitting really good, Scorpio. I mean, I see that when you're not in your head, you are in your full power, for sure. Okay, what's that card? Got it. Okay, so yeah, so the advice that we have for you, Scorpio, is the Page of Wands with the Six of Wands and the Two of Swords. So yeah, it's going after what you want, and going after what you want, and you know, don't put the blindfolds on yourself. You know, don't put yourself in that place of indecision. You know, don't cut people off and close people off and you know, put those blinders on, you know, where I really feel like that's when you go into your head. It's kind of reinforcing that, you know, I really pick up, you know, this Two of Swords, you know, ties back with that, with this Eight of Swords energy. You know, they both have blindfolds on. And so when you put that blindfold on yourself, Scorpio, when you start doubting yourself, you know, that's when you start having issues. So just be cautious of that, you know, because you have the ability to, you know, to have those victories. You know, you do have that. I see that. So I think that was, you know, that's the message that wants to come through for you, Scorpio. Really felt like it impacted, you know, the advice is just really be cautious of staying up or being in your head or your own insecurities. Believe in yourself, be confident in yourself, because when you're in that energy, when you're in that energy, that full Empress energy, you're attracting a lot towards you, because when you're not doubting yourself, you are that fool. You are out there, Queen of Cups, full of love, going after things you want, using your intuition. You are ping, 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 making it happen. You're making it happen, Scorpio. You're making it happen. But that moment you start doubting yourself, you start getting insecure, that is the moment the conflicts happen, you start doubting yourself, you start holding back, you start getting defensive, you start closing yourself off, ghosting people, you know, and that's, you're self-sabotaging yourself, really, is what it's saying. So just be, that's the advice, is be really cautious of that self-sabotage, Scorpio. So I think that was the message that Scorpios needed to hear. So thank you very much again for joining us. If you like that message, please go ahead and hit that like button down there below. Hit that thumbs up for me. Okay, so now that was Scorpio, so we're going to go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. Hello, any Sagittariuses out there that decided to join us today. Thank you so much. And your card, the cards are going everywhere. They are going everywhere. We're going to go ahead and take these two that came out by themselves. We're figuring out, or asking universe what you need to know for this coming week. Just getting whatever energies, whatever cards, energy wants to come through. I use my intuitive gifts to pick up on the messages that want to come through on the cards for you for this coming week. And then depending on what comes through, what message comes through, we either, you know, we freestyle, you know, at the end, whether it's an outcome, advice, whatever feels like, okay, we're going to take that. So this is interesting. You had a reversal. And if you've watched any of my videos before, you would know that I typically, all my cards are usually upright. So when they come out in reverse, it's usually significant. It's usually, there's usually a reason for it. So I will usually read those as reversals in the energy. And so we have the card you have in the reverse that came out, Sagittarius, is the Hangman in reverse. So you're getting out, it looks like you've gained that new perspective and you're getting out of that Hangman energy. Almost, actually, I am going to say, with this coupled with this Devil card right next to it, actually, Sagittarius, what I really am picking up on and feeling is that Hangman energy didn't do you as much good as it should have, because I really feel like you're being stubborn about not wanting to get a new perspective on something. That you're sticking with your old ways and beliefs, that you're being a little closed-minded is what I'm really picking up on, is that you're being a little closed-minded, Sagittarius. And I need to look at the other cards here. So I really feel like, you know, that you've been trying to gain a new perspective. You've been trying to use your intuition, you know, trying to use your intuition to determine, you know, where you want to go, what you want to do in life, what your wish fulfillment is, what will make you happy, what will bring you that 10 cups. Because you have, you know, you have the 10 of cups that kind of clarifies that 9 of cups, you know, so you're trying to find that last cup. You know, you're trying to find that last cup, and you're using you were trying to use your intuition to do that, Sagittarius. And you have tried to, you know, examine and look at this, but I think you've had a little trouble around it. You've had a little bit of trouble trying to, you know, find that 10th cup. You know, it's led you to, you know, a time has passed and you just feel like, you know, everything that you try is just going down the drain. I almost am picking up on this, interesting enough, this kind of sadness that things aren't going the way you want them to, Sagittarius, that things aren't going, interesting enough. So I have the 5 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, which I'm not picking up the energies these cards typically portray. I'm really picking up on the sadness, the regret in these cards of like, just both of these people look very sad and down, like disappointed. It's a disappointment is what I'm picking up on, is this feeling of disappointment. And I really feel like, you know, there's this disappointment, but instead of trying to resolve the situation, you just kind of, you know, you're moving away from it. You're moving away from the situation. you know, instead of resolving it, which is where I'm picking up on that, you know, where we started this with that devil energy with the hangman in reverse of, you know, you weren't able to gain the perspective that you wanted. You weren't able to change your mind. You weren't able to see things from a new perspective, to resolve this situation for yourself. You know, this, whatever led to this disappointment, it's still, that disappointment is still there because it's unresolved. You weren't able to heal this and resolve it, is what I'm really feeling for you, Sagittarius, is you're still sitting in this disappointment. A little bit of regret and sadness, but mostly disappointment, really feeling the disappointment. So I think this needs some outcome, an outcome card. So let's get some outcome. What's the outcome of the situation that has Sagittarius feeling a lot of disappointment about? What's the outcome? I'm sorry, outcome. So it looks like we have 4 cards that wanted to come out for the outcome. So we have the Page of Cups with the 5 of Cups, the Emperor, and Strength card. So definitely feeling like you're needing to be strong. I'm still picking up that disappointment in that, because that 5 of Cups was reinforced in the outcome. So I feel like you're trying your best to show a brave face, to be that Emperor. You know, the outcome is just looks like it's going to be you, Sagittarius, putting on a brave face, and using your strength, you know, to just put on a brave face over this situation, and try and move forward. You know, those Chariots, trying to move forward, trying to, you know, maybe think about bringing your cup of love somewhere, you know, maybe thinking about an apology with this person. But apologizing to this person is going to require a lot of strength, because you have a lot of disappointment around this. And so I really feel like the outcome is that, you know, it's going to require strength if you're going to approach this person and have, you know, if you expect them to have an apology, you know, they may come with that apology, because we are seeing the Page of Cups there in the outcome. So there could be an apology, but it's going to take a lot of strength on your part, because there's a lot of disappointment here. You're going to have to put on a brave face. You're going to have to be in this Emperor energy and put on a brave face, so that you don't show that disappointment. You know, you're really trying to not show that disappointment to the world. Trying to move on from this, but it's tough for you. I feel that it's very tough for you, Sagittarius, that you're trying to put on that brave face. That's that outcome, trying to put on that brave face, and move forward in that Chariot energy, move forward and onward. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius, what the universe wanted to talk to you about. So let's go ahead and... who's after Sagittarius? I believe Capricorn. Yeah, I believe Capricorn. Had to think about it for a minute. Hello, Capricorn. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch this. We're just seeing what the universe wants to tell you for this upcoming week. What do you need to know? What the universe wants to talk about for this upcoming week? Looks like definitely wants to talk about a romantic situation. I have the Lovers coming out, something that, let me get some more cards so I can pick up on the full message better. Let me get the cards on the table here. So this is definitely around love, Capricorn, for you. So it looks like, you know, you tried to have a new beginning here. I really feel like that you tried to have a new beginning, you know, with this Ace of Pentacles, tried to have this new beginning, but it didn't didn't quite work out the way that you had hoped. You know, you thought you moved into having this new beginning, and you were hoping that things were going to be better. You know, you thought you were approaching it in a better way. You thought, you know, you understand what, you know, came to the table in the right way, and were ready, thought you were ready for this new beginning with this person. And you brought that, you know, not only do we have the Ace of Pentacles, but we have the Ace of Cups. You brought it, your cup of love to the table here, you know, Capricorn, and you wanted this new beginning in love with this person that you consider your lover, because you had the Ace of Cups was clarifying that Lover's card, and so you wanted to bring your love and to have this new beginning, but it didn't occur the way you thought it was going to. You know, I think that it was quick-lived. You know, with that King of Wands energy in the Tower, that it was really quick-lived. It didn't unfold the way that you had hoped for, you know. And so now you're just, you know, you wanted that to be this Ten of Pentacles. You wanted to give it another chance to see if you could get Ten of Pentacles with this person. But, you know, it looks like what I'm feeling is that when you came together with this person and this Tower happened, and this quick, you know, it was this quick kind of explosive in and out, real quick-lived thing, you realized that a cycle was ending for you, you know, is what I'm really feeling. You're ending a cycle, that you coming back together and trying to work this out again with this person. It led to, you know, an ending to a cycle. You know, the cycle is ending with this person. And you're realizing it with that, you know, that, like I said, the Tower came down. You tried to start again with this person. And when you tried to start again, it just came crashing down. It came crashing down in this Tower energy. It was very short-lived. It was, I'm really picking up on, from this King of Wands card, that fiery art, like, heated discussions, you know, that it maybe caused some yelling, you know, raised tempers, ignited some tempers when you came together. Something came up that wasn't healed in the situation, Capricorn. Something came up, and when you came back together, that wasn't resolved, and it kind of blew up. It kind of blew up on you, is what I feel. And so you realize that this is ending with this person, that the cycle's ending with this person. Let's get some advice on this relationship, because I'm really feeling like Capricorns are about done with it. With that World card coming out, that they feel like the cycle is ended, that things may be ending with this person, is what I'm really feeling right now. So let's get some advice and see if there's anything that the universe can clarify or add to this situation, this cycle that's ending for you, Capricorn. Is there anything, what advice do you want to give Capricorn, please, universe? Okay, 2 cards came out. Okay. So we have the World again. So, you know, it's tried to clarify or ask advice on that cycle ending, and it gives me the World again. Love the universe sometimes. Gotta love it. The High Priestess with the Queen of Swords. So I really feel like this advice with the World and the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords is don't, you know your truth, know what is right for you, know what the truth is. Don't be in illusion, you know, the High Priestess is using your intuition, but it also can lead to, it can be a card of illusions as well. And so don't sit in illusion, you know, don't kind of falsify, you know, like, or make things up, you know, your reality up, thinking a situation is one way when it's not, you know. It looks like, you know, the universe is saying this cycle is definitely ending. It reinforced the world. The cycle's ending. You know, use your intuition to know what's right and what's best for you. And that's what you need to work toward or move toward, Capricorn, you know, that understand that, you know, really take the time to use your intuition to determine what's best for you. Because the universe is saying, yes, this kind of reinforced that this cycle is closing out. It's definitely closing out because it reinforced it with that, you know, bringing that world card up in the advice again, saying, yeah, this is definitely a cycle ending for you, Capricorn. So I think that's what we have for you. I think I might need to try and do lives. I think I would probably do better with trying to talk to people or having some interaction versus just looking at a camera. I don't know. I kind of tend to stumble a little bit on my words when I'm talking to the camera. I kind of get caught a little bit sometimes. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and move on to Aquarius. So hello, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch this. Thank you so much. And if you end up liking this message, please feel free to hit that like button. Give me that thumbs up below. I appreciate that very much. Because you're sharing. Oh, there was a hider, a card that was hiding. Sneaky card. So what we're doing here, Aquarius, is getting some cards just to see what comes up, what you need to know for this coming week, whatever message that wants to come through for you. So it looks like you're going to be doing a little bit of healing. It looks like you've gone through a little bit of some tough energies, Aquarius, for the Aquariuses that I'm picking up on. So it looks like you had, you know, you're undecided on something, trying to weigh something up, something that has definitely you're thinking a lot about. Interesting enough, the card that got stuck, you had the Knight of Wands stuck to the Page of Pentacles. So it's like, you know, kind of, I almost feel like there's this decision between moving towards something stable and moving towards something passionate. Like there's this indecision of whether you want, you know, like you feel like you have to choose between passion and desire and stability, like something that brings you security and stability, like you're undecided, Aquarius, on, you know, which direction to go. Like you feel like you can't have both for some reason. And this has got you, you know, you're like thinking about this, like, you know, how do I make this happen? How do I bring this about? How do I move toward this? How do I communicate this? How do I communicate my needs of what I want? And so it's caused you this kind of inner conflict that you're trying to heal, because I really am picking up on an Aquarius that doesn't know how to balance the two in their life. You know, that they're juggling, like they feel like they can't have a relationship that is stable and secure and passionate and full of desire. Like they can't have, it's like one or the other. Like it's like you almost need, you know, two different relationships. Like you can't seem to get that all in one, like that all in one package. So it's like you're weighing, trying to balance out, like, how do you bring this in your life? How can you be successfully integrate all of this into your life, that you're still trying to figure that out, how to bring both things into your life. In in any aspect. I mean, it's like it could be a job situation, because it could be, how do you find something that brings you the income you want, but also that you enjoy doing, that you enjoy and have a passion for. How do you provide for yourself and still have, still have something that you're passionate about doing and enjoy doing? It's like, it's that kind of energy, like you're not sure which, like it's one or the other for you, Aquarius, and you can't seem to find things in your life that give you both. Like you have to choose. You feel like you constantly have to choose, and that gets you really stressed out, that you can't seem to make that come together and balance both things in your life. So I think what do we think this feels like? I think that this feels like it needs an outcome, maybe. It's kind of advice too. I guess it could be advice. We'll see what advice the universe has about trying to balance this out, this balancing act that Gemini is having. So it's definitely wanting to talk about a passionate new beginning. That Ace of Wands energy, got that with the Knight of Cups. Oh, I see a card that flipped. We're going to take that flipped card too, since it flipped. It wanted to speak up. It wanted to speak up for us. So let's see. We've got the Ace of Wands with the Knight of Cups, the Six of Wands, and the King of Wands. A lot of passion. Definitely a lot of passion. So it looks like it's interesting. It's like, I really feel like the advice that it's trying to say is that if you move toward something that you're passionate about, that you're really passionate about, that you love and you're passionate about, I think that you're going to have victory. That stability that you're looking for is going to come about eventually. Move toward what you're passionate about, what you love, and you'll find that stability will just come naturally. You're going to have victory. You're going to have that success that you're looking for. That's just going to come naturally as a result of you doing something you're passionate about, by, putting that passionate energy into something that you love. You're going to, as a result, by default, bring about some of the security that instability that you're feeling like you can't get otherwise. So know that you can get that with, moving towards something you're passionate about. It will come. You will find it. I feel like that was what the message was for you, Aquarius. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit that like button for me. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate anyone that shares their energy with me so that I can pick up on it for future reads. Okay, let's see. Last card. I'm going to go ahead and get that card, Pisces, for you, if you want to give me just a second to reach down and get that card. Oh my goodness. Okay. The way it flipped out had a lot of energy about it, and I felt like that it needed to come out, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. So that was the Knight of Pentacles. So either slowly moving towards something or away from something. I'm picking up towards something is what I'm picking up with that card by itself, but we'll need to get the other cards around it. So hello, Pisces. Thank you for joining us today. We're getting any messages, what you need to know. The universe wants to talk about what you need to know for this upcoming week. So what did the Pisces need to know? What is the message that wants to come out? What do you want to talk to Pisces about this week? What do they need to know? So I do see you wanting to move toward someone or something that you maybe think you owe an apology to, Pisces. Like you feel like you owe somebody an apology. And you're thinking about bringing this apology to them, moving toward them, bringing this apology. But man, is it taking you a lot of strength to do so. and you're in a little bit of a cold, harsh energy. You're in that Queen of Swords energy, Pisces. Um, but you do feel like you owe somebody an apology. You feel like, you want to apologize to this person, but it is taking a lot of strength to approach them. I really am picking up a tremendous amount of strength to move toward them, and I almost feel like, you want to have this passionate new beginning, but I'm really picking up on, Pisces, you're in this very cold, detached, very critical, judgmental stance. Like you're being, yeah, I'm tensing. I'm tensing and grimacing. Because you have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here. And I feel like, and the way these are in this spread, this layout, is I really feel this, Pisces, is you in this Queen of Swords. And you're looking at this apology you need to give to somebody that you're feeling like you owe, maybe this King of Swords here, and these can be, counterparts if you want to look at it that way. But this King of Swords is kind of clarifying that Knight of Pentacles. So I really feel like, that the person you're wanting to move toward, with this apology, that you're moving slowly, trying to get up the strength to apologize to this person, because you're in this Queen of Swords energy, this harsh, coming off a little bit harsh and maybe not sincere, Pisces, in the way you're approaching. It's going to put them in that King of Swords energy. You're not going to get the passionate start you want, and it's going to lead to a lot of confusion, because this person is going to, because you're kind of coming in a little bit harsh, it's going to make them a little bit harsh. It's going to make them a little bit on edge as well. And so it's going to cause this really, this frustration, like really feeling confused. I'm really feeling confusion off of this card, off that Two of Swords, that I'm feeling confusion. Because it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. The wheel didn't quite turn in the way you wanted it to. This is where you were hoping to go, Pisces. This is what you were looking for and hoping for, by bringing this apology to this person. But instead, the wheel turned and you end up in confusion. And I really feel it's because of you approaching this person in that Queen of Swords energy. I really am picking up on this very, coming off very harsh, like I said before, that the apology is not maybe completely sincere, because you're being a little critical and judgmental, like you're doing it because you feel like you have to, not because you want to. That's what I'm trying to get to. That's what was trying to get through, is you feel like you have to do it versus wanting to do it. And this person is definitely picking up on that. They're picking up on the fact that it's not sincere, and it's causing you both confusion in this situation. Both a lot of confusion. I'm going to go ahead and get an outcome, I think, because I see that it's going to cause this confusion, but what is this outcome of this situation? Because I see Pisces was hoping for this to be happiness, that star, that happiness, that sun, of something that was going to come about in the way they had hoped by making this apology. But instead, I feel like the wheel turns against you, because you didn't come with a sincere apology. And I think it came off because of the fear that you had. You know, I think maybe you were trying to be sincere, Pisces, but it didn't come off that way, and it might be because you had to gain, you know, because you had to build up so much strength that it maybe didn't come off as being sincere because you were, you know, you were doubting yourself, you know, that you didn't quite believe yourself that you could do it, that you could make this happen, is what I'm really kind of feeling, is like you didn't believe that you could make this happen, and so that fact that you didn't believe it could happen came across when you tried to make that apology. So for the outcome, we have the Lovers, the Six of Wands, and the Four of Cups. So it looks like to me this is a lot of, you know, it's talking about success and love. You know, that be cautious of having a missed opportunity, you know, like just I really feel like the outcome here is you have the chance to have victory in this situation, you know, but it's gonna require, you know, coming from that place of sincerity. You know, you're gonna have to be more sincere about your feelings, so that it doesn't lead to a missed opportunity, is what I really feel like the advice there is for you, Pisces. So that wraps us up because you were the last sign. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you liked this message. I hope that it resonated with you. And if it did, you know, hit that like button and feel free to subscribe to my channel and watch my future readings. I appreciate all of you very, 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 very much. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.